So it seems like this week I am pretty AI heavy, but at least the conversation is around the entertainment industry and how AI is going to affect it. And every time we've seen AI portrayed in films, it's portrayed as a plotting, conniving villain. And to be fair, rightfully so, at least in the context that it's been delivered. Great examples of that, of course, are films like 2001: A Space Odyssey and Avengers: Age of Ultron, which obviously always is depicting AI as a threat to humanity. Now, this won't always be the case, and there are currently some arguments that will contrast with that, at least to a limited extent. The advent of generative AI has basically shifted some battle lines just a little bit and have become, well, central in the negotiations between the so-called creative guilds and the producers' representatives in the AMPTP. This, of course, is giving us a lovely double strike right now with SAG-AFTRA and the WGA, leaving Hollywood hanging. And it's kind of a golden opportunity for the swelling tide of independents like yours truly, Eric July, and many more. Is this just a battle of Luddites versus progress, or is it an existential battle of survival? Hey, Grant, that seems just a bit too heavy-handed and kind of wordy, right?
Heavy in hand, I grant, but...
Let's see if we can sort out the heart of the matter, so to speak. Here we go! Okay, obligatory dad joke time. What do you call an AI that's stealing horror film ideas?
What do you call it?
An artificially insidious mastermind.
Not a joke. That was not even a joke.
Aha! See, Grant? That's how you write a joke. Nailed it!
The jokes will write themselves.
Now, despite the concerns and, of course, negative media that's surrounding AI, there's an optimistic perspective here that can be offered, that AI can actually augment human creativity in a very unique way, and thus unlock unimaginable levels of storytelling. Now, I've had some growing experience here with AI. I've been playing around with it in the background, and I would say that augmentation is far from unimaginable, and it's certainly not much of an augmentation. It's very, very limited at this point, very much akin to a best version of a predictive speech thing that you get on your phone. It's based on a whole lot of language that's fed into it. It's very lazy and it's not very creative, and it will always go with the most used word. It's not quite there yet. You see, there's a more exciting area here, and a next paradigm of technological evolution in this area specifically. It's called augmented intelligence, and it's not focused on the script side of the equation. It's focused maybe on the most time-consuming part, the post-production aspect, which can eat up a lot of man hours, especially with heavy-duty CGI. This iteration of AI is a set of heavily marketed tools that can radically support all levels of filmmakers across the globe, even smaller ones. At least this is what the companies selling them are saying, and they would like the creatives to believe that. And I've seen some of these tools, and personally, they do appear to open a bunch of doors. More so if you have some very deep pockets to throw money at this stuff, well, you're in for a treat, and probably a lot of cost saving and some very spectacular effects. So, AI's initial impact will likely be felt in the video editing and post-production world, where it can really drastically reduce the production times and costs there, allowing filmmakers to fulfill their creative visions without constraints and in record time. This is certainly true when you look at companies like Runway ML, who are offering AI tools for artists and creators that are enabling tasks that can usually take days, and some very expensive software, to be done very quickly and efficiently. And it's honestly unbelievable. It can remove unwanted objects in videos and generate very unique visual effects we haven't seen before. And AI for these purposes can become indispensable in the filmmaker's toolkit, and it is, well, financially viable for people like myself, which is very impressive. Adobe's Firefly is an embedded AI model that works within its products already, like After Effects. That's an entire game changer. With Firefly, anyone can automate time-consuming tasks such as motion tracking and visual effects, and all that can be done through natural language prompting, turning weeks or months into hours and bringing new projects to life faster. So video quality is going to improve. Keep an eye out on YouTube, because I think we're going to see more of it. Now, while AI has raised some concerns about digital likenesses and, of course, screenwriting, And rightfully so. I mean, that is a concern. The real impact at current is seen in the ability to enhance the speed of filmmaking and provide unprecedented efficiency. So there's that. Laymen and professionals alike, as I've said before, are choosing to embrace some of these techniques and some of these tools. And basically, that'll help transform the perception that AI is an enemy and maybe create an ally of it. I'm actually convinced that in many other areas of production, it's certainly, well, the evil that it's being perceived by the unions and commentators like myself. I don't see a need for it to do so much work as far as the creative process, because it's not very creative at all. Yet when it comes to the mindless and tedious things, there should be a place for it, to be fair. And if the industry itself insists on integrating some AI into the daily workflow, it should only be in service of those tedious aspects of production, specifically the CGI and element removal. You have wonderful CGI artists out there, but their valuable time is being wasted and they're delivering lower quality. Give the computer some of the more mundane tasks and give the real creatives the opportunity to shine. That's really the way that this should work. At least that's what I think. As for the rest of it, AI should give wide berth to the truly creative side of this equation. As I said before, and I've said many times in this video, it isn't capable of that, at least not yet. That should be left to the humans who do it very, very well, or they used to. I mean, writing's been crap recently, but hey, I don't know that that's anything anybody can solve. And that just basically wraps up my thoughts on the matter. So I'll ask you, what are yours? Are you very concerned about this creative AI, which you should be, in my opinion? Or are you more concerned about it like taking away jobs from people who are doing tedious things like, well, masking stuff or very uninteresting composites or removing items from the background? I think there's a place for AI for that stuff. I'm just curious what you think. And if you've made it this far, thank you so very much for checking out the video. I really appreciate it. We've grown the channel substantially in the last month, and I can only say thank you. Thank you so very much. We were very close to 10K, and I cannot wait to do that celebration. Please feel free to leave a like and comment down below as I've suggested, answering any of those questions, or maybe having some thoughts of your own, and let me know what you think about AI's place in entertainment. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, wash your hands, of course, because it's good hygiene, and until next time, bye.